Hello, awakened being. Welcome to this channel. Here I do tarot and oracle readings to support you along your spiritual journey. If that interests you, feel free to check out any other content on the channel as well as interact with this video. Today's video is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do your spirit guides want you to know right now? Let's go. Okay, we got the Emperor at the back of the deck. Okay, Emperor at the back, Ace of Pentacles. This song just came through. It's like an old funky song. It goes, tastes like candy, dun 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 dun, something like that. That's the only part that I know. Okay. Justice here, and Two of Pentacles. Okay, this tells me that you have a decision to make or some balancing to do. You're juggling. Well, it really feels like there's... So the guy in this picture, he's holding Two Pentacles, right? Look, this one is up higher and the other one is lower. But to me, he's contemplating, so he's juggling them back and forth, like, okay, this one's fun for a little bit, now I'll tend to this one's fun for a little bit. But we start out here with the Ace of Pentacles here, and then we go to the Two. So I feel like, and then you also have Justice. So you have two cards about balancing, and I feel like this energy of you biting off more than you can chew, respectfully, that's just how it's coming through to me. But there's something about dividing up your time. We also have the Emperor here. So this could have to do with leadership, responsibilities, maintaining some sort of authority. And then we have Three of Swords here underneath that. Let's go ahead. Tell me more about this Ace of Pentacles. Carry hope. Clarify justice. Ponder karma. Okay. For some of you, this has to do with a relationship. Clarify Two of Pentacles. Wow. Trust your familiar. Okay. Okay. So let's go through this. So we've got the Carry Hope card underneath the Ace of Pentacles. And so, of course, Ace of Pentacles is about, an opportunity, a door opening, somebody offering something, and your ability to receive it, right? And so with this Carry Hope card, it just kind of seems like, there's something optimistic or something to be open to or be optimistic about. Some sort of sunshine through the rain type of thing. But I do also feel like you could be, like, a situation for you could have ended or shifted. Because we do have this Ponder Karma card. So this, to me, this is why I was picking up on a relationship, because with these cards, it just kind of seems like you could have some residue from a previous relationship or something like that, because karma is giving karmic ties. So some sort of attachment to something from the past, whether it's a relationship or some sort of item or memory, something like that. But I feel like there's some sort of attachment to the past that's showing up here. What are you trying to say about that? I do feel like this could be, so this card says trust your familiar. It could literally be that if you have a cat or an animal or exotic animal, if you're seeing birds, if you're seeing animals around you, interact with animals and they're kind of alerting you to something, some sort of, like if they're being protective, on guard, or if they're being, a little bit more loving and graceful and healing, that type of thing. So I don't know, I feel like there's a message there with the literal wording of this card, but I do also feel like this could be representative of a person that is near you. And that could be communicating for you to lean in for some sort of support or information. What are you saying here? What's your message to them, Spirit? Spirit says stand tall. Okay, I was just looking at the Emperor and it just came through, stand tall. Stand tall. Okay, we also have recovery here. So yeah, I do feel like you're recovering from some sort of situation or something from the past. We have that here, the Hope card, that we also have this card talking about karmic ties. So you're healing from something, you're moving forward from something, especially with this Justice card. This is, if you can see, there's a snake here and the sword is cutting it. So it's almost like this message of like, so this is also symbolic of a karmic cycle. And so you could have been involved in something that was harmful, but you're cutting it off, or there could be a message of the need for it to be cut off. But I feel like it's already happened because we do have the recovery card. Yeah, I do feel this energy of healing. But I feel like the message really quick is about, I feel like if you're considering going back to this cycle, I don't see that being the play. Because with this Justice card, I just feel like the cycle needs to be complete, it needs to be ended because it was something that was very harmful for you. Okay, let's see. What else do you want us to know? Let's do. What is your message? Perception. Can you tell us more about the cycle? What needs healing? Renewal. Okay. So you got renewal, recovery. And then we also got this card of seasons. So, here's the winter season and then it goes into spring. Let me pull the tarot because I want to know more about this cycle. Tell me about the cycle, Spirit, so they know what you're talking about. Okay, we got the Fool card that jumped out onto the floor. So it could have been something that happened very quickly. This could have been a situation where you felt stranded, like maybe somebody kicked you out of housing, or maybe you feel like you picked up something left over. What do I mean by that? I mean like you just got handed something that you weren't expecting. That could be why we have the Ace of Pentacles here. So if this is you, if you're feeling like, hopeless, hold on. So if you're feeling hopeless here, if you're feeling stranded out, in the middle of nowhere, I do feel like Spirit is communicating that an opportunity is opening for you. Okay. I do feel like this requires a separation of something from the past, something that was very harmful. It could have to do with, a particular cycle. I do feel like it's a relationship for some of you, and for others, I feel like it has to do with work. Okay. I do see that you could be coming down to a particular decision and how you have to manage your time. But I feel like with the Two of Pentacles, this is about giving your time to the thing that is going to be more prosperous for you, more healing for you, more beneficial for you. Okay, so there's a message here about like not entertaining the opposite. Okay, so this is very much about being intentional. And so with this card too of trust your familiar, even if you don't have an animal or are around animals, you could have one on your spiritual team, but ultimately the message of this card is like, trust how you're feeling about things. So if you're going back and forth about something, trust how you feel in your body about it. Imagine yourself doing that thing every day consistently. And if that arouses like, disdain or things like that, then okay, then that lets you know that that's something you can't see yourself doing every day, right? So, I don't know. I just feel like just really listen to how you feel when you're going back and forth between these options or these things, okay? And making sure that your perspective is open to before you make your decision. I do also feel like for majority of you, this has to do with the decision between your past and your future, okay? Because I feel like you might want to play it safe. Yeah, it seems like you might want to play it safe, or you don't really see a sense of direction. But like I said, what was the card? I felt like someone was going to be handing you something. I forgot which card it was. I think it was Ace of Pentacles. But anyways, yeah. Okay. Anything else? I definitely see or feel like you're going through some sort of hardship. Okay, a challenging time, a time where you're just not sure if, or you're trying to, there's just a situation that hasn't been good for you, that's been challenging for you, and you've been trying to get out of it. Okay, and so just with this Ace of Pentacles, I do see that there's opportunity for you. So you've got renewal, recovery, and Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so I just feel like it's a matter of you making your own decision to do better or like to choose better. Okay, so when it comes down to the Two of Pentacles, where I told you might be choosing between your past and your future, I just like I said, choose the option that's going to be more beneficial for you. Okay, not keep you stuck, not keep you hurting, not keeping you in a cycle. So I feel like the obvious answer is going to be the decision that is different than what you've made in the past. Okay, because when we look at the Justice, again, this is a cycle here. So in order to break a cycle, you have to make a decision that's going to be different. Okay, all right, last card here, please. Money. Okay. All my finances are now in divine order. Love itself knows my needs and is the source for all. I needn't cling to gain or fear loss. Every need will be met through offering all to the divine. Okay. I do feel like with this karmic cycle that it could have been, didn't I said that something passed down to you or just handed to you. I felt that. So I feel like maybe the situation that you're in, it could have been the result of, because of somebody else's actions that impacted you. I do also feel, there was something else, but let me see if I can recover it. All my finances are now in divine order. Love itself knows my needs. Oh, yeah, I was saying something about listening to how you feel. Like if you can see yourself doing something every day, and if not, then that's probably not the option for you, right? Okay, so like I said, I feel like for some of you, this has to do with a career change. or going towards a career that could be more fulfilling for you, or it's a different field of work. Okay, it's work that you're not used to doing, I feel like. And I feel like you may have been struggling to, some of you, not everyone, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but I feel like some of you have been wanting to enter a different career field, and have been struggling with how to do that. Like maybe your people aren't responding to you, or things like that. But yeah, I see, keep an open mind to it. Okay. And maybe the exact thing that you're going for, it could be, something adjacent to that might be more aligned. Two of Pentacles. So you could have your heart set on one thing in particular, but it could be something over here that's a little bit more adjacent, that you haven't considered before, that might be more aligned. Okay. So anyways, that is your reading. Thank you for tuning in. Good luck on your journey.